The Achilles tendon is the strongest tendon in the body. In sports, it's exposed to non-stop load and force, and it keeps going. But if you overload this tendon with a combination of too much work and too little rest, it becomes susceptible to Achilles tendonitis. Today, we're here to show you how to prevent and recover from this painful injury. Welcome to Move Better by Speed Training. Hello, I'm Richard Bucciarelli. Before we start, if you're in pain or injured, check with your doctor before you start any type of physical activity. Now let's get started. The term tendonitis is thrown around a lot, but not everyone knows exactly what it means. Tendonitis is described as an inflammation or irritation of a tendon. This results from overuse of the tendon with a continuous increase of load or work plus little to no recovery. As mentioned earlier, the Achilles tendon is the strongest and also the largest tendon in the body, and it connects to both calf muscles, the gastrocnemius and soleus, and inserts into the calcaneus on the back of the heel. Tendonitis in the Achilles tendon is caused by overuse, typically from running, jumping, or other heavy loading movements, but you can't really avoid these movements in sports. So how can you prevent Achilles tendonitis? Let's hear from RV to find out.
Prevention starts with performing a proper warm-up and also adding in a cool-down post-workout. Another overlooked cause is poor fitting or worn-out shoes. Essentially, it's possible the shoes may not give you the right amount of support to the heel or ankle, causing an improper stance phase during running, jumping, which in turn leads to the overuse of the tendons. So how can you relieve the symptoms and pain before it gets worse? To start off, as always, use the RICE method. Rest, ice, compress, and elevate, especially after exercise, to reduce the inflammation and stress on the tendons. The acute phase of Achilles tendonitis involves a lot of inflammation in the tendon, but as months go by and the pain gets worse, the area begins to form scar tissue and fibrous adhesions. At this point, treatment is usually more physical and aggressive. This is when Achilles tendonitis becomes Achilles tendinosis, which you really don't want. As mentioned before, once you are clear to exercise, you can give the following exercises and stretches a try.
Start by sitting on the ground with legs fully extended. Next, wrap a towel around the metatarsal region of the foot and then lightly pull the towel towards the body. Be sure to not pull too hard and only pull until a light stretch is felt. Hold this position for 20 seconds and then repeat for 2 to 3 times per foot. Stand on a box or step. Raise the body up with both feet by plantar flexing the ankles and pushing the big toes into the ground. Then descend slowly, eccentrically loading the calf muscles in the process. Perform 2 sets of 5 to 6 repetitions per leg, with 4 to 6 seconds for the downwards or eccentric loading during the movement. Stand on a box or step. Raise the body up with both feet by plantar flexing the ankles and pushing the big toes into the ground. Then hold this flexed position of the calf muscles for a total of 45 seconds. Repeat for 6 repetitions. Sit on the floor with legs fully extended and place the foam roller underneath the calf muscle. Roll along the length of the muscle from close to the back of the knee to close to the Achilles tendon. Roll the middle of the calf as well as both the lateral and medial heads of the calf, seen here. If pain is not too excessive, roll the Achilles tendon from the front to the top to the bottom of the tendon in the same way. Perform 1 set of 4 to 5 rolls per leg. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like and share the video, leave a comment to let us know what you think about the topic, and hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss an update. We'd also like to hear from you. What specific topic would you like to hear us discuss in a future Move Better episode? Let us know in the comments below. We'll see you next time, and until then, keep running faster, moving better, and training smarter.